to a normal day in our life in Turkey after moving our entire life from Canada. So since I'm a YouTuber now, I'm finally going to do those tricks that I see. So here it goes. I'm going to turn my dirty kitchen into... Oh, it didn't work. Okay, let me try again. Okay, one more time. It's gonna do it. Okay, it's still not working, guys. I have to actually clean the kitchen. There we go. Here is a cleaner version of the kitchen. Good morning. So another thing that we regularly do is go get bread. So I'm gonna be going to get bread from the convenience store that is within the apartment complex I live in with Miss Maeve. The price of this bread is 15 lira at the moment. Bread secured. And I'm a grumpy one here. My husband cooked breakfast for us today, and we added a Turkish bit, which is having Nutella on the table. Another change in my lifestyle is that I dry laundry every day on the balcony, whereas in Canada I always used to use a dryer. Here is the view from our apartment. There's a mosque and there is a store downstairs, and there's 2 pools in our apartment complex. There's also a huge garden in the complex. As my daughter takes her first nap of the day, I'm sitting with my son reading a book on an app called Epic.
Cat's got your tongue? Alas, I am fond of my baubles. How about this instead? Ah! You do not...
As we're listening to this book, I am hemming my pants by hand because they were too long. After that, we did this jigsaw puzzle of a map of the world. Since today is Saturday, I decided to book a boat trip a couple days ago, and now we're heading on the bus, then train to where we're going to take the boat trip. In one bite.
You're gonna have to go for it. But they're good. I've tasted better for sure.
So the boat trip we're taking is along the Bosphorus River, and we live about an hour away from downtown. So it was quite a rainy day that day. And oh, here's the guy that just was stopping right in the middle of the road. I'm very surprised by how often this happens here in Istanbul. The trip to downtown took an hour in total. On the bus and train combined, it took an hour. Now we're stopping by a cafe to have a little bite to eat before we get on the boat. We ordered some cheese pide and some croissant-like pastries. This is the cheese pide, and I've got to say that it's not amazing. It just tastes like pizza, and it can't beat a tea. After the little snack we had, we walked about 10 minutes to where the boat was docked. The actual boat was really quite big and long, about the size of that yellow boat that you see there, and it was quite empty because I booked it, I guess, in the middle of the day, because after we deboarded the ship, the next set of people coming on was a huge group. I probably would fill up this whole boat. It's really beautiful to see the city from the boat, from the water. Although it was a cloudy and rainy day, it still didn't take the beauty off from the city. Or how would you say that? Like, it didn't take away the beauty of the city, basically. We decided to switch seats to the other side of the boat to get a glance at this palace here by the water. I'm not sure what palace it was, but it has so many beautiful details, and it looks like they were setting up for some type of party. The architecture of this building is absolutely beautiful.
Look, that's a castle. A palace. A palace. It's just like a castle.
And go down.
Downstairs.
Down over there.
A big reason why we moved to Turkey is to go on these adventures with our kids, and I love doing these adventures with them, seeing the world through their eyes.
How do you like the boat trip, bunny? Is it good?
So I decided to try to zoom in to see what those workers were setting up, like a wedding or something, because there are so many flowers. It looks so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you, taking small children on these types of trips and using transportation for a very long time, it's very hard. And while we were on this boat, we were very tired.
How's the boat ride going?
Amir kept asking to go down at the back of the boat to this landing zone on the back of the ship. And it was nice to see the water up close. And there's so much greenery in Turkey. Turkey. We're home now and I'm preparing dinner, and I always have my little helper here on the ground. So I'm going to be making nasi goreng, which is Indonesian fried rice with leftover Syrian chicken. What makes it Indonesian is that I use kecap manis, which is sweet soy sauce. A way we're trying to save money here is by only eating out one time when we go on these adventures or outings. So we try to eat at home as much as possible. After chopping up all the vegetables, it's time to assemble them in one pan. Hi, so I thought I'd give a little update about the end of our day. So we came home from the boat ride, and both kids slept in the taxi in the hour-long drive. I came home and I immediately made dinner. I set dinner time way too close to bedtime, and it takes quite a long time to put both of them to sleep. So I nursed my 10-month-old daughter Maeve to sleep, and then Amir needs to be like held or like laid down. You have to lay down next to him. So probably putting them both to sleep took an hour and a half, and by that time it was past 9. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna do a little bit of editing and Turkish studying, and I'll head to bed. So I hope you enjoyed this day in the life, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is the view from our apartment at night. I love living in high-rises because I get to see this view. It really is really magical.